The other day, I visited a co working space here in Tulum and I brought my cat. And a guy came up to us, and I was sitting outside in the jungle vibes, and he, asked where we were from and everything. And I said that we were actually traveling from Norway, and said that my cat actually travels with me. She's a travel cat, I said. She likes to explore and go around as much as I do, right? She's a free spirit. And he said with a nod and an assured voice, that's true love. The way he said it just struck me, right? It struck me and it stuck with me. I've truly got true love for her. No conditions, just wholehearted true love, right? Love that I couldn't have felt if I was stuck in perfectionism the way I was before, because I was armoring myself up against love and thus experienced disconnection as a result of that. I wanted to tell you the story of how my cat Lightbeam actually came into my life, and how I believe that it wouldn't have happened if, again, I was stuck in perfectionism. Lightbeam, my cat, actually came to me through a very vivid dream. I saw a white cat and she was staring into my eyes in a loving way. So much so that I actually woke up with a vivid memory and feeling and knowing that I was to have a cat. When I was stuck in perfectionism, I would use my rational mind to make decisions and overthink things to the point of rumination. I would have thought, I can't have a cat because it could never travel with me. I can't have a cat because it wouldn't allow me to have a freedom-based lifestyle. I can't have a cat because X, Y, and Z wouldn't like me to have a cat, right? All that, though, went out the window and didn't even cross my mind. I just knew I would have a spirit come into my life that would, truly become what I consider to be like a soulmate that I get to share my journey with, and that it was to be a cat. I knew that this spirit would be just as adventurous as I am. And guess what? Lightbeam truly is adventurous. She's a free spirit. She's a true light that really activates the light within others too, with her odd-colored eyes and just presence. And I love her to bits. So I wanted to ask you, right? What would you love? Who would you love if you let yourself take off the perfectionism armor? The need for everything to be in place before you get and do what it is that you want to do and have. Very often, we have all of these conditions for what needs to be in place before we involve someone or something in our lives. We're waiting for that perfect moment, that moment where things just clicks and everything just falls into place automatically. And even though that I truly do kind of believe and trust divine timing, I also know that there is no such thing as the perfect time. There is something called true time, but there is no right and wrong time for anything. It's truly what you allow it to be, what you make it, right? And I know for a fact that Lightbeam came into my life both in divine timing, but also I trusted the calling. I allowed myself to just go for it and start exploring the options of getting a cat and not having to do all these things before I got her, right? I obviously had an idea in mind of wanting to read just a few books on the topic of getting a cat, which I did, but I actually made the decision very spontaneously and with just lots of intuition. And once I started looking, she just came into my life through, I don't know, just like divinely looking at different options, and she just felt like the cat for me, I kind of had this vision of us exploring together and traveling together and working together, and that she would kind of hang out around me. And so that is what she's doing right now, right? She is. And we are making it work for us. I know that a lot of people have the same thoughts around, getting into a relationship or getting an animal or even getting kids, going for something, creating something, and waiting for that perfect moment for things to fall into place. But what if there's no such thing? What if you're putting off love? What if you're putting off your greatest expression? What if you could actually have that in which you truly want, as long as you perceive yourself to be worthy of it? Because that's where it truly begins. It's you seeing yourself as worthy of it already, worthy of it right now. I saw myself as worthy of having connection in my life. I saw myself as kind of being worthy of just like having and sharing my life with another spirit closely, right? And I had this feeling that I was meant to share that journey with Lightbeam. Right? And even though that I had some naysayers in my life that was like, nah, maybe not now. Should probably wait a little bit, settle down a little bit more before you get a cat. I was just like, no, I'm going for it, We're going to make this a great experience for the both of us. And so whenever we're traveling together now, she's coming with me. We're going places together and exploring, taking some photos together, creating some videos together. She's on my lap. She's enjoying the time with me when traveling. And we just make it work, yeah? That is what true love does. We're working with what is, and we trust our intuition that this is love, right? And we allow that love to direct us in what we do. So I wanted to share this. It might be that you need to hear this today, that there's no such thing as a perfect moment for it. If you have an intuitive hit around anything, about something, then that's just the universe speaking to you, right? It's the universe speaking to you. So allow yourself to be open to it through dreams, through hunches, through visions, right? It could come in whatever way that it works for you. So trust that. Follow that. And get curious, as it might actually lead you to true love and activate that within you. So I wanted to also invite you to join the Bloom Beyond Tribe. Join the waitlist to join by going to bloombeyond.com/apply. And it's a 256 members limit. So then you know that. And we also have monthly cohorts. So there's a waiting time whenever you send through an application. But we might see each other on the other side to truly activate that true love in our lives. Until next time, stay bright, brave, and balanced.